Hey everyone, Broadbent here. Welcome to the finale of Stranded Deep. Not just Season 4, but Stranded Deep as a whole on the channel. It's going to be gone. I'm not going to be doing any more videos on it. And the reason for that is because I am so burnt out on this game. I have done everything there is to do. The updates are not flowing in anywhere near regularly enough to keep things fresh. So, today in the finale, we are going to be using fly mode and, you know, a little bit of cheaty business here to go around and check out all of the islands that are in this world. Just say one last goodbye to them. At the very end of the video, we'll be going through the islands as a summary. Also going to be going over some details as to how you can download these. That will be included at the end of the video. So, let's jump right into it. This is where the season began. After Season 2, 3, we crash landed here during the storm. And this is Giant's Rest by Herja Elgrim. This is where I decided to build my entire base. You can see we've got this huge clay fortress pretty much here. Now you know what, let's go out of fly mode to check out the base real quick. So this might be, honestly, my favorite base that I've ever built in Stranded Deep, and not just because it's big or clay, but because how cozy it feels. Here's what it looks like at night. You see, everything is much more cozy if you ask me. It just feels good. We've got the welcome bats, got the storage, everything. I tried to make this thing feel like a home. And obviously with a few of the issues here, like the huge draft that can come through here, I did as good as I could have done. I wouldn't have done it any differently if I was to do it again, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, here's a little workstation for preparing food, cloth, leather, and then we can go up to the next floor, which I didn't do much with. I was probably going to add a little storage unit here, nothing crazy. And in here is the bedroom with the escape plans right here. We've got the map, signal, weapon, pretty much the whole setup here. So, that is the interior on the roof here. We've got some water collectors, and then we've got the 3 helipads, of course, that are on the huge pillars here. So, we're not going to be spending a long time on this base here, because we've got a lot to go through in this video. There's 25 islands. So we're going to average at around 40 seconds per island, which is not going to be a lot, but I don't want to make this video too long. Also with this island, we've got the little, the fort, sorry, not the fort, the little, what do we call this thing? The fishing platform? Something like that. A nice little cool base here. One of a kind. If you want to see this, then click the card at the top right of the screen. That'll show you how to build something like this. So the first island, apart from that one that we're going to be checking out, the first one is going to be all the way down in the southern corner. This is like the most recent. We're going to go in like an order, going across the grid like that. So this is Secrete Island by Hashtag, and I recently explored this. I found a few issues with it, but other than that, it was great for nostalgia. Like, this is Nostalgia Outpost, that's what I called it. Because it feels just like the bunker from Season 3. Very cool island to build a base on. You could build a cave base down here that you could build on the outpost, and it's even got some cool little cave systems under here. Nothing too nuts, but it's a very nice little island here. I was thinking about rating these islands, but I don't think I want to do that. I think I just want to just appreciate the work that these island developers have put in. Again, I could not have done this entire season without the island designers, so thank you so much, really. This season, this episode, this video, dedicated to you. Next on the list is Koh Chayad, or Koh Chayad, but by Far East Coast. This was home to another outpost. Nice little fishing cut here in this harbour. I left a gyrocopter here. I don't remember doing that. No, I do. I think I do. Anyway, really cool harbour here. This, if you were to like set this as your home island, you could build a nice little, sort of a city here. You know, a little village, a fishing village with a little gate. That would look really cool. There's so much stuff you can do here. Maybe you can even get up here. Wow. Okay, I didn't know there was something up there. Interesting. Well, good challenge for you if you want to, you know, play this on yourself. Try and get that. Got some decent stacks of loot that I completely forgot about as well. Yeah, wow. So this island is Kawonzawai by Zumbro. Yeah, Kawonzawai, I think. This was another really innovative island, and I was blown away when I first saw this. When I was selecting the islands for this season, they've got like a whole underground cave system that is like in water with sharks in little bays. It is a bit laggy, but you know, there's a price to pay for such a cool island. And there's puzzles, It was probably the best puzzle island I think I've seen in Stranded Deep ever, this island, which is quite a statement. Also, with the elevator, legit, there's an elevator on this island, so highly recommend playing on this. Great job, Zumbro, on this one. I really enjoyed that island. I think I spent 2 episodes on it. So this one is Afternoon Dream by Herja Elgrim. You're going to be hearing that name a lot throughout this video because they made about 10, I think, 10, 12 of the islands. Maybe around 10, not sure. This is one of the later ones that was built with the new plane wreck up here, which was a very, very cool little area. I like it. Other than that, on this island, you've got some nice smaller tropical islands with a nice little cave, I believe, here, and a help sign. Did I spot that before? I think I picked up a few rocks. Where's the cave here? There it is. Nice little spot for a cozy little outpost, which is what I've done. Every island that we've checked out has an outpost so far, except Kawonzawai. Overall, great island. It was one of the later ones, which has all of the sharks. Like, it's got the tiger shark, the whale shark, the hammerhead, and the goblin shark, all on this. Moving on to the 5th island, 6 if you count the first one here. This is Crow's Nest Volcano by Herja Elgrim. Another great map. Now, I remember getting really bad performance on this island, and that slightly dampened on my experience. But it was a very nice, like, actual sort of civilization. I've got the fort up here as well. Oh, wow. I completely forgot about this. This was a really cool island. Well, it is a really cool island. Once again, you can download all these, which we're going to talk about at the end of the video. So yeah, really cool, like, little destructible pathways as well. Very cool island. I love how creative people got with these islands. Got a little plane wreck in here. Did I ever see this? Okay. I don't think I ever got here. We've got fallen trees, yeah. I would have remembered that. I never explored the area. Wow. There's so many secrets that I didn't cover in this series, or this season. You know? And you can find them out by playing them yourself. Now, the next island is actually another Herja Elgrim map. This is Tinkerfall Island. Now, I actually remember requesting Herja to make this island. I was thinking something like Mad Max, you know, just a load of rust thrown together. Absolutely nailed it. Beautiful island. Very dangerous. Do be careful if you play this, because you will break legs. I think I broke legs on here twice. So, yeah, it can be pretty bad. Definitely recommend a gyrocopter. Maybe 2. If you need crates, this is your island. I think there's still some left over that I never got to. Well, there will be somewhere, but... Oh, yep, there we go. We've got a little, I don't know what to call this, a little crane, a little boat crane right here. When you download the map, there's actually some information. You can read some backstory that Herja wrote as well. I never read that on the series, but yeah, you can hear as to how this island was made. So, right here, we have Devil's Mistress by Kitchmer. This was the, like, the 2nd latest or 3rd latest island that I've explored. It was also one of the first that was submitted to the series. I think I saw his comment, or their comment on the video, that it was just like a nice exploration island with a good place to set up camp. Also, I did miss this SOS sign. Somehow I moved it and messed it up. Maybe there was a ball. I don't know. Definitely would recommend building a base on here if you're interested. Like right here. That is the perfect plot. Raised up, out of the way. Love it. If you haven't seen the series and haven't seen these islands that I'm playing on, you can click the link in the description. That'll take you to the playlist of all the episodes from Season 4. You can see me exploring these islands. Next up, we've got Poseidon's Maze by Herja Elgrim. And this was a recent one too, wasn't it? Yes, it was, because we've got Poseidon's Trident up here, which I don't think I recognized as a trident straight away. I was like, is that a fork? Yeah, that wasn't my brightest moment. Really cool island. It took me a little bit to get in here. Like, there's a few entrances. There's one there. I think there's a cave under there. You can get in that way. There's about 3-4 entrances. I did build an outpost here. Okay. What are we up to now? I think, 5 outposts? This was one of my, kind of one of my favorites. It's a nice little luxury, like, escape, you know? You'd come here on your helicopter and then just sit by the nice little pool here. Yeah. You could roleplay that a little bit. I'm trying to remember if this had any decent resources. It's got some of the huts, which is it's one of the few islands that had huts. Not many had them. Because most of these islands were made before the update came out that had all the extra new stuff, so. Next up is quite a controversial island. This is Isla Kjoltik by Zumbro, once again. second Zombro Island in the video so far. A lot of people thought that this was just straight up too much loot. And it was at this point in the series where I was trying to tell people this isn't really a survival series anymore. This is more just a creative, not creative, but it's a survival, have fun, do whatever you want, no limitations series. A bit like Hermitcraft is, you know? They've just got so much stuff, it's not really a survival game anymore. Same concept with this. So we've got a nice little port here, and this is the first time I've seen someone join two ships together. I only recognized that the other day. I didn't spot that when I first came here, so that was a nice touch. These forts are completely loaded with loot, so if you are going to throw this into your world, then you might want to make this more of an endgame scenario, an endgame island, but it's still really cool. We've got another crane here, which was a really, really nice detail. I remember seeing that for the first time, and I was just blown away. I think I got here on, like, episode 5 or something, which is why people were a bit, what's going on here? There's too much loot. But overall, very, very cool island. I hadn't seen someone do the pathways here either until I first found this island, which was really nice to see. So this was a very cool island. This was Mangrove Cay, which was the first time I'd ever heard of this sort of, like, terrain here. So on the outside ring here, we've got sort of, like, a swampy area with trees super low down. Great source of sticks. And then on the inner areas, we've got a bit more raised land with an outpost. Very difficult to get boats in here, so I might not recommend building here unless you've got a gyrocopter, but it's a great source of sticks nonetheless. Other than the actual concept of the island, didn't really have much in store. I don't think so anyway. But it was just such a fresh, unique take on islands that I just had to include it. It's just a really cool island. Nice job. Sorry, I never mentioned the island creator. This was Mangrove Cay by Mason? Masion? M-A-S-I-O-N. Sorry, I'm butchering your name. So, this is the Pirate Bay by 90% Luck. This was one of the ones that I explored recently, and it has some very artistic stuff going on here. We have some giant skulls made out of stone here, which is rather interesting. I've not seen anyone just create something out of objects before. They're obviously using custom scale here. Well, I think, anyway. I think there's a second skull over here, which looks a little bit more monkey-like. This one looks kind of human, maybe? Yeah, this one looks more like an animal. Also, got a great plot of land over here if you are wanting to build on this island. I was pretty far into the season, so I didn't do that. But this would definitely be like a #1 candidate for a nice little, like, a castle, essentially. The skulls by far were my favorite feature, though. I think you can get in. This one, it has a little ledge here, which is really nice. You could set up a little outpost if you wanted to in the skull. And this brings us to Narnia by Quickload and Ultimate. I think that's 2 people or 2 names. I'm not sure. Quickload / Ultimate. So here, the main feature was we've got this nice little, like, quarantined area. Nice little oasis. And right here, we have loads of tiny little crabs and boars. I don't know where the boars are. I think they all escaped. Got 2 behind here. You see one there? Loads of tiny little creatures. This was quite a recent island I explored. You got to mine your way in, so you've got to have a pickaxe to be able to get in here and swim through there. I've seen quite a few people do that, and it's a really nice little sort of a puzzle exploration touch to an island. And underneath here, we've got a nice little cave, which definitely almost killed me. So, the next island is Giant's Rest by Herja Elgrim, which we've sort of touched on in the beginning. This has a giant tree, a huge tree. Never seen anything quite like that. And it was just a super cool island to have right in the heart of this world. And I think that's supposed to be a giant. You know, its legs here, its arms there, and the head is there. I don't think I got onto that in the beginning. And I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. It's sort of kind of hard to picture with a tree there, but I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be a giant there. This was my main home of the entire, or all the islands. We've got a nice little garden going on here with water. And in here is the cave, which was like my starting area for a nice little outpost. Also, we've got the 0G crate, which I'm going to launch off into space now, because I've been wanting to do that for quite some time. Goodbye. Overall, just a great, phenomenal island. When you first play this, there's actually some larger items, like there's a giant pickaxe, a giant axe, and a giant spear. This island is Dangerous Water by Fossilized Tree Sap. I believe I got that right. This was a very interesting island. It featured a boat on a little smaller island, which it had a giant shark in here circling the moat of the island. And yeah, I kept on dropping stuff in here. Nice little island. You got some bridges here, and you've also got some secret areas, which I think I missed one. I think it's here. Yeah, I landed here right towards the end because I missed it. So yeah, this was a really nice island to explore. Once again, thank you Fossilized Tree Sap for submitting this one. Next up is another island by Zumbro. This is called Villand. Now, it looks pretty bad right now, but if you get closer with the render distance, this was a huge island. I did set up a little outpost here, which is a very nice little cozy, when did I kill you? I don't remember. Yeah, this is pretty monstrous right here. You can climb to the top. Nice little archway here. You could set up a base in the middle there. You never know. You could do anything. It's got some secrets that I think I missed. Like, I think there's one here. There's some clay that you can mine there. And I never found that. So, if you're daring enough to get to that, then go for it, but I wasn't. This was one of the larger islands in the entire save, and probably the best real estate in the entire island. We've got a little SOS sign here as well. Look at that. That's so cool. There's also a little thing under here. I'm not going to spoil too much, but yeah, you should definitely go check that out. Oh my god, I remember clearing out this entire forest, dude. Oh my god, that took forever. I did so much work on this island. So we've got 10 islands left on the list for this video. This one is Hidden Utopia by Herja Elgrim. This was where I spent the finale, the last episode of the season. Actually, just last video, actually. This is a super challenging and cool island. I was blown away by this. The only way to get in is by going through a network of underwater tunnels. Super dangerous. If you are not prepared for it, you are going to die. There's also some really nice little caves and scary jumps. I think there's a huge cave up here. And if the developers added the ability to build on rocks, then you could set up a nice little cave base in there. Very, very cool island. It's definitely sort of endgame, maybe endgame. You know, with a gyrocopter, this would be super easy to get into, but I enjoyed the challenge of getting in with going underwater. You could also set up a little cave base in here if you were to begin. Nice refined axe. It's cool. Honestly, I can't say it enough, Herja, you did a great job with this island, and all of them, honestly. This was nice and fresh. Seeing the boats upside down used as huts. Really nice touch. So, this island is Journey, another one by QuickLoad/Ultimate. And this island, I remember landing right here with the boat, docking here, and climbing the side of this huge tower. Going up the path here. Definitely a little scary at times, but I made it all the way. And it got super quiet up here. Listen to that. Yeah. So you could build a nice little base up here at the very top of the world, checking out. Also, I don't remember ever jumping in here. I took the gyrocopter down here, if you can believe that. It's one of the taller islands in the whole set, actually. I think. Oh no, we've got that one. We'll get to that, don't worry. But like terrain-wise, this was a very nice island. Very confusing. Lots of intricate little paths here, which are quite hard to find. You can miss them easily. And some diving as well. Dude, I really enjoyed this island. That is another way in. You could go through there. It was very nice to see this. I sort of wish there was like a tower on here. You know, like a wizard's tower on top of the already huge hill here. That would look so cool. If you could do that. Probably make it out of stone. That might work. This island might be the freshest take on islands I've ever seen. So, these are floating islands by Herja Elgrim. The island name is Wizard's Retreat. And we have some larger islands, clusters, connected with huge paths in the middle of the air. Now, using a mod that was made by Matt G, a great friend of mine, I made a base on here. Unfortunately, you can't get that mod because in order to do it, you've got to do some quite dodgy things, unfortunately. I've got a little outpost on here, which looks really nice on the floating islands. Very cool island to explore. It's a little dangerous if the gyrocopter can't get up here, first of all, so you have to explore this on foot. One thing I kind of wish there was like more network, more connections between islands, because currently there's one set path, which I get because, you know, there's different tiers of islands and, you know, you progress gradually when you're exploring it. But I kind of feel like there should be another connection to another island. Absolutely phenomenal island. I would highly recommend anyone playing this Great number of sharks in the water as well. Good food, good leather. Even the detail underneath. It's nuts. Absolutely nuts. Herja, you're amazing. I think this was the another really recent island that I've explored. This is Nature's Wrath by Kitten. So this island looks like a god has just thrown down, like, look at that. Loads of spikes of stone into the ground here. It's nuts. Absolutely nuts. There's some decent areas in here too that you could set up a nice little base. I like the fact that it's got like a natural harbor here. So you could probably like set up a nice little actual harbor for your boats. You could also connect these with a nice bridge going like that if you wanted to build on here. Some of the areas lack a little bit of detail that I would have liked to have been there. Like here, there should have been a cave personally, but that's just me. I don't want to come across as I'm disrespecting any of the island creators because these are all fabulous islands, but I just can't spend too much time on them for this video. If I was to do the video the way I would actually like, it would be an hour long. So we can't do that. This is another Herja Elgrim map. This is Orions Belt. By far the best performance you will ever get on a custom island, or any island for that matter. Buttery smooth. I think I had 90 FPS. Well, I guess a constant 75 on this island, which for Stranded Deep is very high. We've got a nice little shed made of steel. Looks like it's decayed a lot. And inside here you get some basic resources. Other than that, there's not too much on the island. I like it because it's very simple. It'd be cool to see some more islands that were constellations like this. Yeah. It's more of a traditional actual island, but also has a very clear theme to it. Really, really nice island. I think I talked about making some towers on here once. But we've also got a little cave here, which is great for docking your boats, because you've got a little walkway right here. Love it. Nice little garage. Ah, yes. This is the island. This is Isla Undopia. Ooh, okay. I just broke my neck. Isla Undopia by Undo GT. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Yes, Undo GT. This was the Megalodon boss fight. I really think you should download this and have some fun with the Meg yourself. If you do though, don't expect too much of a fight. It's just custom scale. The health is just the same as a normal shark. You can modify it, but it's very tricky, so I wouldn't recommend it. So this island not only had the Megalodon, but it also had the King Snake, which was under here. Yeah, I can't get in. I think I can through the top in this little cave. Yep, there was a King Snake right there. So if you're up for a challenge and want to fight some custom bosses, definitely get this island. I think I threw in a little outpost here. Yeah, I left the top open. Oops. Oh my god, I killed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sharks. Good source of food as well, this island, so definitely go for it. So this island is Devil's Current by Herja Elgrim. This is the second to last Herja Elgrim map in the season. This looks a bit like a Chinese symbol, if you ask me, or a Chinese letter. I don't know what they call them. Uncultured. Pretty cool island. You're going to want to have the gyrocopter if you come here, personally, because otherwise you're going to be doing a lot of unnecessary traveling around these islands. So you got to be careful with that. Also, there's not much land, so you probably want to bring a sleeping bag for this one. This is a great source of clay, rocks, and crates, if I remember correctly. Not so great for sticks and trees. Definitely the clay, though. I think clay. Yeah. If you wanted to build a water base, like right here, this would be the one to do it. Very nice looking water. All right, so that's that island. Let's move on to the next one. So next island is Green Heaven by Herja Elgrim. This is the last Herja Elgrim map. I've said your name so many times. This was another one they made with large trees, which really stood out. If you ask me, this tree should have been a little bigger, personally. I think there was supposed to be a cave in here. I don't remember. I remember them commenting, but I don't know if there's a cave in there. I think. Either way, this was a really fresh island. A little challenging when you got jumps like this that will just insta-kill you, I think. So, you take that one a little easy. Maybe you want to take the gyrocopter if you're worrying about dying. Nice use of forts here, up on the, with the height advantage. A very nice little place here. I think if I was to make this my home island, I'd want to set up camp right here. Definitely get some potatoes for fuel with a gyrocopter, because you're going to be traveling up and down here a lot. Otherwise, getting up to your house would take a while. The pathway goes all the way up here, around, and then in. There's also a nice little cave here as well that I don't think I found until the very end of the video. And an underwater section too. Yeah, really cool island, Herja. Love it. So next up is Jump Island by Glenn. I believe this was like the second island I ever visited in the season. I just wanted to travel really far away, and this was a nice large one. Problem was, I think it was more of like an adventure island, and I was very ill prepared. Really, really cool island. Lots of little different tiers, dangerous jumps. Very cool adventure island. Definitely download this one. Also, I think it's got a nice cave here. No, I did that last time. This is where I threw the crate, the box over before. Everyone was like, where is it? Where is it? You left the mystery box. Yeah, I threw it over that wall, and I can't see it at all. It's not in the water. It probably fell off into the deep ocean, actually, which is unfortunate. This was the first island that I found with giant crabs, too. They were upscaled vanilla crabs, which was, well, not vanilla, but the normal crabs, not actual giant crabs, which were nuts. That was really nice to see custom scale on AI for the first time. Definitely recommend this one. Very nice island. So the last island that we're going to cover in this video, the 25th island. Well done, you've stuck through this video through with all the islands here. This is Filiki Archipelago by TBM Matrix. Oh, there's so many innovative islands. I want to say it's the most innovative, but I don't know. I can't say that. There's so many of them. I don't want to say which one's my favorite either, because that would be a little unfair. This is basically a forest in Stranded Deep. So you've got like huge areas that are just so clustered. You've got to be quite brave to go through here, because this is filled, jam-packed with snakes too. Very good, well, supply of sticks, hands down. Great, best island for sticks. But also rocks and clay. Where is that place? I think it's over here. Yeah, right here. There's, oh my god, this is so fast. Right here, huge pile of rocks. Probably close to 100, 150 rocks there. I kind of wish I built on here, honestly. Just because of how fresh this feels. And I wouldn't need a mod to do it, which is always an upside. But yeah, I definitely would have built on here if I could. Is that a tree without leaves? TBM Matrix, great job on making this island. One of the most fresh islands that I've seen in the whole of Stranded Deep. So that is all the islands from Stranded Deep Season 4. The collection you can download on Steam. We'll talk about that in just a second. So I just want to say another huge thank you to the 13 island creators that made this season. You straight up made it. You are the only reason that this happened. So thank you to everyone. Undo GT, Herja Elgrim, Glenn, TBM Matrix, Kitten, Quickload / Ultimate, 90% Luck, Fossilized Tree Sap, Zumbro, Macion? Yep. Kitchma, Hashtag, and Far East Coast. Thank you to you. This video is dedicated to you. So in order to get these maps and be able to play them yourself, what you want to do is go to Steam, go to the workshop for Stranded Deep, and then browse for Season 4. With my name, you'll see my little name Broadbent below it, and then what you want to do is click that and click subscribe. If you don't know how to do any of that, I'm sure there's a guide somewhere on the Steam forums that I will link below. It's not too complicated, I'm sure you can get your head around it with the guide that I will list as well. You can also check out the Season 3 map pack, which is available as well. And then you can mix and match Season 3 and Season 4 islands. I want to say thank you to all the viewers that have tuned in throughout this season and all the past seasons as well. But I am so glad for this to be over, honestly. I sort of got really burnt out with the game. A bit just like The Forest, I just don't want to touch it. And it's not because it's a terrible game, it's just because I'm mentally done with it. I'm sure if you all are gamers, you'll know exactly what I mean by that. So, onwards and upwards. More games are coming to the channel shortly, like Raft modded. Might even play some horror games and things like that. Maybe even some Minecraft. So stay tuned for that. Before you go, don't forget to check out the merch, broadbent.shop. Go ahead and check it out. You can get 15% off for the next week. It's only got 1 week left, so you might as well grab something now while you can. Once again, broadbent.shop. Check it out. So that's everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next series.